Hello and welcome to our program. Investing in children, not really touted as a great investment opportunity by the media, but probably one of the best that we can make. Most of us at some level or the other and to some degree invest in children. But our guest today is someone who's made it her mission objective. With over 120 institutes and schools across the country, touching 2.5 lakh children, today she's a passionate educationist. Please welcome Mrs. Grace Pinto. Ma'am, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
We'd like to begin with your journey into education, which started at the institutional level. How did the Ryan Group decide to get involved in education?
I would like to thank my Heavenly Father, Creator, who has created me for a purpose. I thank God for Dr. A. Pinto. In 1976, God put that vision, that passion, what he inculcated in me, and giving education, reaching out to the children with just 35 children, one teacher. We started our journey. And today, in 30 cities where we are, it is a marvelous work, but responsibility to carry out.
Everything we do is a labor of love, but working with children is an inspired labor of love, and unless love is there, I think the difference doesn't come.
Not just love, here I would like to add on compassion. Going to the children, if your heart really bleeds with love, and I feel, don't expect anything when you are there with the children. You are love, you are sharing, and when God has filled in you, you should know to give. Then only He fills it. And that is what I have learned when I read Bible. I have learned from great leaders. When I look at Mother Teresa's work, I really felt her legacy, if we have to carry, and we have started that in our institution. I always go to my parents. I tell my children, one child if you'll adopt, or one child you will give a better morning, or one child a future, how to live and how to enjoy what God has created. Your life will be rewarded.
When your group started this movement, I don't think there's a better word, then there must be something that you wanted to do differently. What was that?
Each one teach one. This is the slogan where our chairman really saw during his studies the work what he has started in his childhood, the place where he has studied, Loyola, St. Aloysius College, and also where he has worked in the European school, St. Joseph's. Then he moved to Mumbai, and when he has seen as a teacher, I think there is so much what we can give to the society. In that vision, he really started this journey. I really feel that I added on and I gave my helping hand. I never knew that I could be a teacher.
Really?
Yes, I never thought that. I really thank God for my parents, especially my father. He's no more, but I really carry all the values what they are inculcated in me, that reach out, be a good human being, and what is there in you, try to share. And that is what I am doing. I have taught my children, and that is what I teach in my schools. Unless and until you know to give, it's not just the money what I am saying to you, your little time to reach out, go and be with the children. And that's the way we have adopted slum children. It's going and visiting the schools in Delhi or in the metros. It is very easy.
Right.
But who thinks of slum children? Who thinks about the rural children? Once again, I'm feeling that if this nation has created so many great leaders who have really fought for our nation, for independence, do we really think about them or remember about them? Or are we really putting all these things in reality in our day-to-day life? Very few.
What do you think private institutions can do in a government kind of a partnership wherein we actually bring parity in education, which would then lead to economic parity?
People always blame the government. Today I would like to say, stop blaming the government. What you can do, ask yourself. Ask yourself every morning, who am I for this nation? Who am I for this society? Who am I in this institution or the place wherever you work? Unless and until you know how much you can give, the way education today, if you can't be a good teacher, what you can talk about all other reforms? You can't. You talk about laws and regulations. First of all, you implement in yourself as a good teacher, as a good mother, as a good leader. Rest, all the things will follow unless and until you show your ability of reaching out, being a good human being and showing your ability.
So walking the talk, literally.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, what we have started, teach one, each one. Education for life, that is what we speak in our institution. It is not just education preparing for examination. We really don't prepare our children just for exam. We prepare our children for life.
This brings us to some of the challenges that our conventional education system is facing today. Would you like to talk a bit about that?
Absolutely. We really feel that the good foundation which we lay at school, that will remain for lifelong. Unless and until you have good foundation, don't expect the future. People always ask, do you feel as a teacher whether you have done your duty or you have achieved, or what do you really expect? Today I would like to say, my journey is still continuing. I have started my race with Dr. Pinto and the complete team of Ryans. Today, the glory goes to God for the good hands what He has given in our institution. And all the parents maybe from Delhi, maybe from Bangalore, maybe from Mumbai, or from Rajasthan, or maybe from Chennai, even the nook and corner, maybe in Damtari, in Madhya Pradesh, maybe in Chhattisgarh, maybe in Jalna at the nook and corner of Maharashtra, where people have not gone, we have started the schools. We used to always ask our chairman, why are you moving to the rural areas? Why can't you just go to the metros and the cities, so-called? It will be easy to travel and easy to adopt certain norms and, you know, easy because
to keep up standards, you get good teachers and everything.
You know, Dr. Pinto's answer to me and to the people is metros or the cities or the towns, there will be hundreds and thousands of schools. Who is there for the rural areas? Who is there for the villages? It's our duty. It's our duty. If you really want to educate, you are not just educating one child of that family, you are educating the full family. And that education will help them to grow, not just to earn their livelihood, but also to become good human being. And we really need good leaders. Do you think that the leaders are only coming from the cities or the metros? No, the leaders are coming from the villages, where the people couldn't reach, where the vehicles were not there, where we have traveled by road, by walking, I'll tell you, without taking our own vehicles or anything like that, not even the taxis could go. We have used to ST buses even. I used to cry at the time, why Dr. Pinto should go to the villages. But today, when I've seen the children from the slums, these are the children who have come back as teachers. I felt I was wrong at the time. But today I'm so happy when education has made so much change in our children, where children have gone back to their own villages and started teaching in their own free time, and they have brought that awareness, bringing awareness. People say, getting upset, but we would like to say, and I would like to say, get up, set the things right, then you expect
just move the words a little and the meaning changes.
Meaning changes.
What, for you, is the role of competition in a student's life?
Good question. I think it is difficult to say, but still what I would like to tell you is today's generation living in that competitive spirit, but not the healthy spirit. Competition everywhere. Why? If you are true, if your conscience is clear, Don't just run behind little that happiness with that materialistic life. Competition must, but not on the cost of someone's life. Killing that values what your parents have taught. Why we really want the families, our elders in our families, our grandparents' little advice, our mothers and fathers' blessing, which is really required. There is so much to learn through experience. But today's generation is really missing out there. They think that little degrees, even thermometer is having lot many degrees. It's not just the degrees, but the values, added values, being a better human being and allowing others to live, not only you should live. That is what we really want to teach our society and the children and the generation to come. Competition must, but it should be healthy.
All schools are saying that complete development is critical. Marks are not the only factor. And yet there is this mad race for producing 95%ers, the 100% generation that we want to produce. Who is the biggest stakeholder in this or in pushing this agenda? What are a school's expectations from parents in this area?
I think we all should be blamed. Education, lawmakers, the people whoever are really taking the higher education, I think all should be blamed. Who is pushing the children? We all are pushing. Parents, teachers, universities. Do you really think that, just look into the scientist list, whether these were all first rankers, whether these were all above 95? No, never. If you concentrate and if you know where you have to reach, and above all, your vision, your understanding and your knowledge. Compassion mixed with education. Don't ever compare yourself to others. Don't compare your children to your neighbors or your relatives. Allow the child to grow the way he should grow. And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Don't prepare your children for competition, prepare them for life.
Right.
Teacher training, the quality of teachers that we bring in, because a teacher is an inspired soul. You know, day in and day out, you're dealing with young energy and helping channelize it. So teacher training, and how are we today positioned to really produce quality teachers?
You are really hitting the nail on the right place. I really feel and I urge today the lawmakers, change the pattern. The same old method of B.Ed, and teachers really work hard through their mothers, brothers, sisters, friends, making all that different projects and passing out
those
that
lesson
B.Ed.
plans and this. Yeah.
So many things. Do you really feel they are implementing in the day-to-day teaching work? Never. You ask me, I'll tell you. More than 11,000 teachers whoever are working in our organization. Maybe 10 to 15% are really sincere. What they are preparing, and then they are going and teaching the children with all the different projects. 20% may be there just to run away from home and mother-in-laws. Maybe 25% may be there, need of job. 15% may be there who are really serving hearts. So here our training method should change. It's not just the certificate that B.Ed or any other training session, but reality should be seen, what the teacher really wants to teach. Allow the teacher not only in their subject but also all around preparation, what the teacher is responsible to give to the child. The training to be in practicality which is required, and that must. And without practicality, day-to-day life, this training has no meaning.
How do we balance this role of technology and the role of the guru or the teacher and bring a mix in schools today in the modern context?
We feel that there is a lot of workshop we should conduct for our teachers, especially giving themselves without any expectation, and listening to their conscience. Unless and until if these things are not implemented, technology will grow and children will adopt 50-50, we say. A teacher's mind, her fullness, understanding, and above all, fear of God.
You've started some wonderful initiatives in your institutions, and one of them is the IFA Awards. Tell us a bit about these awards.
We are very happy that all over the nation, we have broken 8 records till today.
Wow.
Maybe in sports, maybe in studio, maybe in children's film. And we are the first one who have started in schools, Children's Theatre Festival. We have started Indian Model United Nations Conference, and we really felt so many of our children are talented. Every child has been born with certain talent. School is the platform. At Ryan's, that is what Chairman Dr. Pinto says. Give the children the chance, whatever they are good in. So keeping in mind, we felt IFA, that is, a theme is given to the children, and children have to make their own film, maybe for 5 minutes, with the moral. So the values will be added into, and giving a message to the society through this ad film, how much children are talented, how much they can think, and how they can implement through this film. So that we started media course in our schools, and we have studios in our schools where children can go. We have BBN course where children can go and train themselves as they finish their studies up to 12th grade. They will be ready for any media to take up, because you have seen now passion for the children is the media.
Media is a great
Yes,
one.
they are really, and also acting. Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, children love. They have the craze for acting.
Yeah.
So in the studios they can make their own script. They can enact. That is recorded, and that is telecast in our schools for the children to see.
And some of the stuff is beautiful. It's really wonderful.
Yes,
you know.
yes, and you can say that these children are not at all gone for spending lakhs of rupees or not gone and taken any course outside. This is whatever is taught in the school syllabus. Within the school curriculum, this has been taught to them.
You know, what is also lovely is that somewhere getting young people to be able to communicate what is inside. It's like a catharsis, it's like a release,
Yes.
because they need spaces and platforms to be able to just communicate.
Absolutely. So that every year, many times, I'll tell you today, many times parents used to come and ask us, what are you doing? So many activities. When are you going to finish your portion? Now parents are really feeling with the activities, the studies, and the new pattern what has come in education system, especially in CBSE, that has been really added value. And whatever we are already done from 20 years, now everything has been coming into the school curriculum. We had started long back. Teaching has been done through acting, through script writing, dialogues, and we hope now these are the things where the children are doing their own film. Parents feel that, wow, what Ryan has started, it is coming into reality.
I'm talking of the stakeholders involved in educating a child in school. How do we involve parents, the management, the teachers collectively to understand that this is a collaborative effort?
If at all, each and every one of us as parents know our responsibility, I think our first problem will be solved. If at all people know there is a solution for every problem, there is answer for every question. This is the same way upbringing our children in their families, and then in the school, and then in the universities, and as they reach to different profession. Now, many times it is difficult to make our parents understand, but they are aware. It's not just the responsibility of the school, it is their responsibility also. Now, as we talk on stakeholders, it is like a triangle. There are 3 corners, and I think each one are responsible. Is the parents, the teachers, and the society. Each one should come together. It's not possible to hold something in one finger. We need a hand, or we need both the hands. unless and until we hold it properly, somewhere our children will fall. It is not the blame game. It
True.
is easy to blame one another.
Very true.
So we really ask our parents, don't blame. Don't blame anyone. Blame yourself. I tell my teachers, blame yourself. It is easy to underline and give the designation, this child is very naughty. Have you found out what this child is smart in, what all other activities? Or whether this child is hyper. Why this child is hyper? Somewhere maybe this child is hungry for love, or thirsty somewhere to listen, or someone is not listening to him maybe. Someone may be extraordinary. There is no one for him to listen maybe. Take care of these type of children. And we conduct certain workshop for these hyperactive children. And I would like to tell you today, to my viewers, these are the best children, what I have seen in the school.
I want to talk about, ma'am, the pressure on schools. You know, that's the reason it becomes a mismatch of power. How do we decrease the pressure on institutes of quality education? Because today, education is like, it's like a business. It's a well-paying business. The commercial angle, so you're producing, it's an investment, but you're producing a product for another market. How do we bring quality and reduce the pressure on institutes, and how do we stop it from becoming so very commercial?
We feel that here the school management and the lawmakers, and also, are we really here in the society to educate the children, or from the builder's perspective we are opening the school, a builder to sell his product, his colonies to sell. Sorry to say that so many of the builders whoever are taking franchise, and that has become a fashion now. So do you really feel, is education what you are spreading, or you are selling your materialistic world? And that is what the question the lawmakers should ask, whether these are educationists or builders. And there the answer will be there. Just hiring someone or taking some franchise and running the show, we don't know what is going to happen in the coming days. The youth is going to understand, it's just finishing the syllabus, just appearing for the examination, or getting a certificate is all about education. God has given for every creature, every human being, certain talents. No one can steal that. And don't try to steal each one's talent. Allow the child to grow.
At a personal level, ma'am, what inspires you?
I really thank God for my mother and father, for Dr. Pinto as my husband, my 3 children, the sacrifice what my children have gone through in life, and the support what I have got through my friends, people from media maybe, print media maybe, and especially from all over the country, the parents, different walks of life, the people who ever stood with us in all our difficult time. When I have read, seen, practiced Mother Teresa, her work, and I feel her legacy, I would like to continue maybe in a smaller way. And especially as a teacher, if my children remember for lifelong, that will be my reward. That will be my reward. And I should be available always, always. The sacrifice, what I said, I look above for God's favor. I look behind for something what I have missed out. But I look ahead with that vision and with that destiny, what it takes for me lifelong, till my last journey, till my last breath. And before I conclude, I would like to tell one thing, the slogan, what I teach my children. I can, I will, I must be a winner. I am a chosen child of God. I am very precious to my parents, and I will always be a winner. And today, for the complete viewers of national and international, हम इंडियन हैं, And I love that being an Indian woman from Karnataka, a Magalu, Karnataka Davalu, a Konkani,
Okay.
Muji Maimbas, a Mangalurchi, Goa Chimuji, Mom and Dad, and हिंदी भाषा इतनी अच्छी भाषा है, सब लोगों तक पहुंचना, दिल को छूना, हिंदी भाषा से हम लोगों ने सीखा है. And I thank God for all my Ryanites, wherever they are today when they are watching me.
आपने मैम भाषा बदली, तो मैं भी आपसे विदा जब हम लेंगे तो भाषा बदल के ही लेती हूँ. आपने हमारे दिल को छुआ, आप हमारे स्टूडियो में आए, और to see such passion and dedication and this love and compassion for people, बहुत अच्छा लगा. हमारे स्टूडियो में आने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.